Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. Everybody doing, everybody living, everybody. Let me just spit out this gum. That's rude, y'all. Hold on. Don't mind the profile, the avatar picture. Okay. Let's do that again. Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody feeling? How everybody living today? What's up, everybody? What's up, India? What's up, Jackie? Who else we got here? We got Zero, No Highest, Nina, Papa. We got Smooth. We got Ronnie. We got Denitria. Thank you for holding it down, Denitria, for the Mod Squad. Last show we had 1.1K viewers in it. So if it gets crazy, don't worry about blocking anybody. They can drag me. They can do whatever they want to. Just make sure they ain't, racist, all the ist and all the phobias. Just make sure they don't do that. But if they say AT2, you look ashy and ugly, I'm cool with that. It still gives me engagement. Oh, hold on. And if you see this ugly thing, pop on the screen, you better pop them. Get them up out of here. You see this ugly thing? Hold on, real quick. You see this thing right here? Block that. Please block that. Ugh. Jesus. What's up, everybody coming in the room? But yeah, block it. Block. Because that ugly thing do not need to know. Heck no. Anyway. But Armon, he's setting the YouTube streets on fire. I gotta give him his credit. You did your big one. Good job. Now, I will say this. I don't go back on what I said about him overreacting and like him, needing to mature and grow up. The things that Funky was saying. I don't think in the context of the interview, Funky did anything wrong. I don't. But Armon was right because Funky knows more than what he's giving out. More than what he's saying. He basically told us a PG version and a version that really protected Al Reynolds. I don't really know what's going on and all that stuff. Yeah, you know exactly what's going on. If Al Reynolds called you after the show had ended of that roast and he was, calling you to vent or whatever and you happen to be on live, y'all had a closer relationship than what you're trying to play it off. Because if you remember in that interview, Funky was even saying like, oh, me and Al, we're not that close, but Al is a good time. He said he called Al, but Al didn't answer, but he really likes Al and stuff like that. Okay, all right. I get you. I understand you. But I'm not going to call anyone who I don't really like or, we're not really cool like that to vent. If you're calling to vent like that, then that's somebody that you're really cool with. Like, don't play it off like, oh, we don't talk all the time. We don't this and that. And maybe this, I'll give Funky some leeway. Maybe this is a thing where he felt, oh, well, me and Al only had a connection really because of Fox Soul. We hated that job, so we would talk about it, talk shit. I mean, because let's be honest, don't you guys have some coworkers that y'all were cool, y'all hung out and everything like that, but once they left the job or you left the job, y'all don't talk to each other anymore? Put a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. There's like hella people that I was cool with at my job that I rarely talk to. Well, with Coviana, it's been kind of hard, but when I left my other job that I had before Coviana, yeah, there were some coworkers that I didn't really talk to anymore, and I was like cool with them and everything. Yeah, y'all all put a 1. It happens all the time. So that could be what he's actually referencing, but still, I feel that Funky is playing dumb like he doesn't know anything. And now that I think about it, and I even said it not the last episode, but the one previous before that, that it did seem that he was playing like coy, like, oh, I don't really know, because I wasn't there. And then he brought up that thing where Al had text somebody, and Claudia seen the screenshot of it, and I got it confirmed that he either called her a bitch or say she was bitchy, which is still not okay, but that's what it was. But it seemed like they had worked through it or whatever. So again, obviously they didn't work through it. But Armon let it be known, which it already had been put out here, that Joyce, who was the head of programming, and Al Reynolds were like really cool. They were close with each other. So they had each other's back. So basically, when the whole situation went down where Armon was allegedly sleeping with the Justin guy, that's when he was all like, okay, well, let me go ahead and tell Joyce. And Joyce was the head of programming, didn't do anything about it. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, well, never mind it. And if you're starting rumors about people sleeping around at work and stuff like that, that needs to be addressed. Especially if it's somebody of a higher position sleeping with the employee. Yeah, that always has to get addressed. And when you don't do that, yeah, that's a whole HR issue. So Armon does admit that, yeah, remember he did the roast, and then the next week they were supposed to come back. But because they had an investigation going on, they decided, okay, well, we're just going to put it on a hiatus, and then we're going to continue the investigation. So he believes that basically, instead of them looking into it, and because they messed up on their end, not taking care of the situation and letting it go to HR, make sure y'all hit that like button, and letting it go to HR, then that's why they eventually was all like, all right, we just gonna cut this show. Y'all don't like each other either way. We got this whole issue with people going behind each other's back. Obviously, the Joyce lady was not professional at all and let all this go on. It really sucks because this was honestly a great opportunity for Armon. And I think he did break down. And I think that he just felt like everybody was blaming him. We all said, oh, it was Armon's fault. It was this fault. I feel like all of them got the blame, to be fair. At least on my channel, I said all of them were the reason why the show got canceled. But Armon let it be known that it was before him. They already had drama. So because he also called out Funky for basically saying like, oh, when I left, it was just the issues with the producers or whatever. And made it seem like after he left, there were issues. But it was all like, no, obviously there was already pre-existing issues. And then when Armon came in, he fell into it. He said as soon as he started working there, he got these anonymous emails talking about Claudia didn't like him. Now, I kind of think hold on. Let me see if y'all agree with me. The anonymous emails that he got, did you guys think that maybe like Al was sending those anonymous emails? Like, I wouldn't believe an anonymous email, just me personally. Because he said those emails were sent anonymously to him. I was kind of like, that's kind of weird. But I kind of feel like Al was the anonymous person that was sending them. Like, it was just too weird. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, y'all see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was just too weird. I was all like, yeah, I have a feeling like Al was the secret account or somebody from his camp. Or like I said, either Joyce They probably were. Oh, I was live too, and the people were tearing up the oh shit! And and I watched a little bit of Funky's live too, and they were basically like asking them like, "Oh, are you going to talk about Armon?" Blah blah blah. Yeah, he avoided all that, and I even heard that Funky ended his show early too, as well. Yeah, he must have got hit up about it too, as well. I was like, let me just end this show. Let me just cancel it. Ugh. Armon had 10K in the chat. I know a lot of people were saying that, yeah, but he did have 10K in the chat. Like, he had that thing going. Like, he had more than Funky. Funky had about 6K in the chat. He had 10K. So everybody was there. It was all like, because I feel like they let this drama go on for so long. They really did. Like, it was still kind of like a mystery. That's why I was like really surprised. Like, you guys checked out the last show. I was all like, I think everybody doesn't care about it, but I was like, let me just talk about this. And yeah, y'all was here for it, so we talked about it. But again, I feel that everybody was kind of over it. It's all like, okay, well, if y'all ain't gonna tell us what the real reason was, we ain't gonna wait around. Like, shit. By the time y'all tell us the reason, it's gonna be another show kind of like y'all's that we'll be watching, and we won't even care about it no more. But we was here for it, because I know I was in the chat. I was in the bushes, but I was watching. That still counts. A view is a view, baby. A view is a view. Oh, ooh, Rodney said it doesn't matter what number Armon had. Hold on, let me put your comment up so they can eat you up and not me. Because you said, you said it, not me. And again, everybody's allowed to have their opinions. Whether you team Armon or team Funky, at the end of the day, it's all entertainment. Like, please don't get involved in the beef. Just enjoy it as it is, you guys. I promise you. Because these two can be friends tomorrow, and then they're going to be like, oh, well, I feel kind of stupid. You're happy to see him tell his side? Yeah, definitely. But like I was saying, like, I feel like they waited so long to tell it. And it's all like, y'all should have already told it. And I don't want to say everything that Armon said was shocking. Most of it was all like, oh, you're just confirming the things that we already heard. Like, they lied about you sleeping with the Justin guy, all that stuff. We knew about that. Like, that wasn't a surprise. That wasn't a shocker. Okay, we get it. We understand it. Yeah. Just like the HR issue. You went to HR. They didn't do anything about it. We knew that. We knew that there was an investigation going on, and then they ended up canceling the show. Now, what's up, Shauna? What's up, Melanie? Now, something that was shocking was he was only being paid $70K. So he wasn't getting that 250. He was only getting $70K, you guys. I was all like, damn. And he was talking about, like, I had to do my show and I had to work this show. So I was very surprised, because remember, he got rid of all his videos on his channel. Remember that? Well, it's still, all them videos are still gone. All them old videos, he got rid of them. So I was thinking like, oh, well, he must be making good money if he can just get rid of all his videos and stuff like that. That's the perception that we're under. I know he has a boyfriend, so, that income probably helps too. But maybe he felt like, oh, well, yeah, I'm good, so I can get rid of it all. But no, he was only making $70K. And I did break it down per episode. So he was making about $500 per episode. Yeah, $500 per episode, about $2,900 per month. This is if he was on a 6-month contract, like he said, 6 months. That's how much he was making. That's something right there, y'all. And then I felt like he was lying too. We got to push back a little. I felt like he was lying when he said, I really didn't even want to do the job because they weren't going to pay me that much, and the situation I was in, blah, blah, blah. I feel like he was just angry, But because remember, when he got the job at Fox Soul, he did a whole video where he was calling people out, saying like how people were trying to stop his bag and stop him from working and all, and he addressed all the haters and stuff like that. He was happy about getting that job. So him saying he didn't really want to do it and stuff like that, I think he was angry. Now later on the line, you know, he didn't want to, he was all like, this is some bullshit. I agree with that. I agree with that he found out that this was some BS. Also about the red carpets and stuff like that. So Fox Soul doesn't give you access to nothing. Nothing. Fox Soul does not give you access to like the red carpets, resources, none of that. When Al did that whole red carpet for, I think it was like the Emmys or something like that. Was it the Emmys or the Grammys, you guys? Either or, you don't get, Al had to pay for his own stuff and, you know, get access on his own to those events. Fox didn't do anything. I was all like, oh. And that's also, what's up, Mary? That's also why he was mad at Funky, because he was all like, you said the same thing. Like, you weren't, you know, going to be on TV. You guys are just on YouTube and you guys didn't have access. He was like, that's the same problem that I had. Now, it did give him exposure, but hell, sometimes exposure does not pay the bills. Exposure is not going to put money on the table or food on the table. Exposure is not going to put a roof over your head. I seen Kay say something about $70K in LA. That's about minimum wage. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he did it for exposure. Right, Gigi. But if you had to do that and then do your YouTube channel, which I think it's a blessing that you were able to still do your YouTube channel, because they could have been like, oh, it's a conflict of interest. You got to give that up. Melanie, yeah, 70K is low. Yeah, trust me, that is low. But then you kind of think like, well, who was like the negotiator for you? Like, did you have somebody like try to negotiate for you or anything like that? Because I can at least see like, I'll say like 120K, you know? At least like 120K, I'll be like, okay, that's good. That's, you know, that's cool. 120K, I think that would be fair for somebody who's was on YouTube, just really starting out and stuff like that. Yeah, 120K. But 70K? Ah, nah. And you know, and that was part of his frustration too. Like, I'm doing all this work, but I'm only making like 70K. Now, 70K would have been cool for me because I don't have the name recognition and I don't make that on my YouTube channel, right? So that would have been cool for me. But somebody like him, I could see like, nah, 70K, you need to pay me way more than that. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was for 6 months. Oh, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, y'all, hold on. It was just for 6 months. I actually don't think 70K is that bad for 6 months. Because it would have been 140 for the whole year if he would have got, you know, got his contract renewed. Let me ask y'all, 70K for 6 months, do y'all think that's acceptable? Yes or no? 30 seconds. Damn, when I can find, here we go. Is 70K acceptable? Yes or no? Breezy, in a way, he confirmed it, but then didn't, because he said, all right, well, I just accepted it. And I'm paraphrasing what he said. He said, I just accepted it. And then afterwards, I was going to try to either renegotiate or I was just going to say F it. So he did say like he was on like a 6 month period. So But he just didn't say exactly like, yes, it was 70K for 6 months. He did not say that, but it was alluded to. Would y'all agree that it was only for 6 months? Put a one if you agree that it was 6 months. I don't think it was 70K for the 70K for the whole year. Yeah, he said like I could try it for 6 months. Yeah, that's what he said. I could try it for 6 months. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. It seemed like everybody putting one in the chat. We all agree for 6 months. Okay. Yeah. 70K for that's good. I think that's good. I think like honestly, because I heard the reason why they didn't go with T.S. Madison or T.S. Madison said no was because of the money. T.S. Madison said no because of the money. So maybe they were trying to lowball T.S. Madison. You know, T.S. Madison gets numbers on her platform. So she was all like, nah, I'll take a pass on it. And so with Armon, this is where they kind of played him. They also said budget cuts as well, too. So with the budget cuts, they were like, oh, well, we can only pay you this much because of budget cuts. And I think Armon, will he admit this? No. But I feel like with Armon, he probably felt like, damn, I just want to finally prove everybody wrong. I want to prove them wrong. I want to show them that I can do it. I want to show that I can, work and get my name out there and then build something. He wanted to prove the naysayers. That's basically what it was. He wanted to prove everybody wrong, but unfortunately, it didn't go the way that he thought it was. He even said that he was down so bad, y'all, he had to go exempt. I was all like, damn. Now, I ain't even going to play, y'all. At one of my jobs, I had to go exempt because, like, I was bad with managing my money. Shit, I'm still bad with managing my money. But I was even worse back in the day with managing my money. I would go exempt. I ain't gonna lie. They still took out state taxes, but like the, federal, I would go exempt. And then be all like, all right, at the end of the year, let me do a payment plan. I ain't gonna lie, I would do exempt. So that's what he said he was doing. He said that he did exempt. I was all like, damn. But I still think roughly around, because 70K for 6 months, I believe I did the math and it was like 1166. That's too many sixes. But it comes out over 1100. Now, what I will say is after taxes, I can see, maybe that's probably going to be less than 9,000, probably like 8 something. Yeah. Well, no, not even that. Because what if they didn't take out the fees or the taxes on it or something like that? Yeah, it probably less than that. Man, that ain't good. Oh, okay. You must be talking about Funky. What he said. It's gonna be 7.5K. Okay. See, that would be good for me. That's a little bit more than what I make a month. Yeah, that's a little bit more than what I make a month. So yeah, that would be good for me. Shit, I'll be chilling. Listen, y'all see me at the casino doing the show. You know they say I'll be at the casino all the time. You'll see me at the casino doing the show, eating crab legs and all that. Shit. Don't threaten me with a good time. I agree with you. Making Al pay for those red carpet events. Yeah. So there was literally no benefit except for the exposure. I mean, they did get paid. It was steady check. But dealing with all that BS behind the scenes? Nah. Nah. Not for that. Yeah, and especially, living in LA. Well, I live in the Bay Area. The Bay Area is expensive. Yeah, like the Bay Area is expensive too. I think actually the Bay Area is more expensive than LA. So no, I get it. I totally understand it. fortunate for me, I live in a certain situation where I'm good, I'm taken care of. But if I was in, downtown LA in some high rise, basically the 7,500 that I'm getting, 80% of that is going to rent and other bills. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And by the way, for those of y'all who don't get the crab leg joke, here's a little commercial.
Girl, he was supposed to have go get him a lawyer. Instead, he was at the buffet eating crab legs, sucking on crab legs. Girl, he was over there just cracking them crab legs and sucking on them and eating them. Girl, he didn't go get him a lawyer. He was at the buffet eating some crab legs. Girl, ooh, girl. You know I got the receipts, girl.
Okay, moving on to the next thing. Al, we're gonna have to have a heart to heart right now, cause you was doing some shady stuff allegedly, but you were doing some shady shit, and you went ahead and really was being friends with Claudia and Armon at the same time, but letting Armon think that you really hated Claudia, and then Claudia thinking that you really hated Armon, and doing sneaky stuff behind the scenes, trying to get one of them fired and one of them out of there. Like, man, Al, you was really doing a lot. Come on, Al, you can't be doing that. Like, literally, you trying to get this man fired, but you went out to the bar with him, and then you over there telling Claudia, like, oh yeah, let's try to get him out of here and we'll have a meeting, and he makes me feel uncomfortable. Al, you can't do that. Come on now. And especially, what is the actual reason, What would be the reason that you really wanted him out there? Even if he was, quote unquote, sleeping with the producer or whatever, right? Let's say he was. Did it affect your job to where you weren't able to do it? Like, how did it actually affect you? And you were doing this out of spite. Like, you needed Armon. Just like Armon needed them, you guys needed Armon, because I guarantee you, nobody else was going to want to do that job for that price. Because Armon was technically like the only YouTuber that did it. Everybody else had like actual careers. They had their podcasts or their shows, actors or whatnot. Everybody else, I don't think they would have did it for $70K. No. You guys needed Armon to fill that spot. Because Fox Soul was not trying to pay anybody. So why would you sabotage that? Because let's be honest, you and Claudia could not do that show with just the two of you. No. It would not work with just the two of them. Would y'all agree with that? Put a 1 if you would agree. If the show was just Claudia and Al, it would not have worked. Instead of I'll be sure, I'll be insecure. Definitely I'll be insecure. Yeah, that's what it's seeming like. He walked into a light-skinned civil war. He did, basically. It was not a safe working environment. It was not safe. It was very hostile. And he came in with people not liking him. First it was Claudia, and then it moved to Al not liking him. Nobody felt like he was supposed to be there. Now, I'm still saying this all to say that Armon should have been mature about the situation, even with his response that he gave. I understand that he was emotional, but he still had to be mature with the way that he handled it. I think it shouldn't have took Funky Dineva's interview with Carlos King to push you over the edge. If you didn't speak about it like right when you guys had got let go, I would have just left it alone. I don't feel like, coming out about it now was probably the best thing, because he did say F Fox and all this other stuff, and I'm like, ooh, I wouldn't say all that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say F Fox because, like, again, there's ways that you could say it, like, you know, it wasn't the best working environment for me. I probably would not want to go back over there. I probably would want to make sure that, you know what I mean? Like, you got to make it sound more professional than just like F it or this is horrible and F them. And yeah. Because still at the end of the day, even though it's just Fox Soul, it's still Fox affiliate. And so when they see that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, he isn't he the one that went off on all of us? We don't want him here." You know, for me, I'm just thinking of the longevity of it all. Trust me, it's good entertainment. I loved it for the entertainment factor, but on the professional side, I mean, because why do you think that Al and Claudia have not really given like a real response? Well, Claudia has done more talking, but Al hasn't said anything. They're always thinking about, okay, well, my next job, my next gig that I'm trying to get. Nope, Armon stood on business. I'm here for it. Y'all don't want him working. See, he got people like y'all. That's the reason why all this is happening right now. I also felt some kind of way that Al's comments about Claudia always supporting Black women. I definitely was side I am. Yeah, because he was all like, and I'm paraphrasing, she's always trying to get the Black women on her side and stuff like that. It's like, ugh, ooh, ow. That's not going to make it look good at all. I think... And I don't think Claudia necessarily was trying to get the Black women on her side. I think Claudia relates more to women. And so she was that voice for the Black women on that show. So that's why Claudia was the one, you know, it looked like she was standing up for them or agreeing with them or whatnot. She had to be that voice for the women. Just like, for example, something that was like kind of awkward. Remember that Claudia was talking about essay and stuff like that, and Armon and Al had laughed. They did this awkward laugh, and it was kind of like, why are y'all laughing? Like, that's not something funny. Armon did say that he apologized for that, but that moment was just kind of awkward. Like, it just didn't make any sense. Ooh, Al doesn't have enough personality to be interesting host. Damn. And thank you, ha ha ha. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. He's talented enough to pave his own way. Forget here industry politics. Okay. I can see that, but I still feel like, you know, it's always nice to get a little help. Yeah, Al does. Yeah, Miss Brooke, that's right. Al does have a job. He still works at the school and everything like that. But it's still nice to get a secondary income. You can't deny that. Because again, they were still, Claudia especially, you got to give it up for Claudia. I know some people don't like Claudia, but you got to give it up for her. That lady is booking like different gigs, different jobs, and everything. I think she's even like now gonna film a movie or something like that soon. Like, Claudia is working, so you can't hate on Claudia. Like, and she understood, like, well, shit, this ain't gonna last forever, so I still gotta work. So you gotta give Claudia her flowers for that. Now, regarding Claudia being a messy person and stuff like that, yeah, you know, she is. She has to admit it. She is. Just like she did that whole post about how you can get insurance and stuff like that. That was shady towards Funky Dineva. You didn't have to say that. You could have texted that man personally and been like, hey, I hope you know this is how you can get insurance and stuff like that. Leslie said she'll create a job. Yeah, she definitely will. She's good at that. Funky is on YouTube with y'all. What is he doing differently? Right, we all on the YouTubes, as they say. We on the YouTubes. None of us is better than anybody. I mean, hell, Armon did admit that the show was on Zoom. Remember, Claudia straight up got mad at me because I said it was a Zoom show. It's a Zoom call show. It is. Armon even said it was on Zoom. Al don't act like he got a professional job moving messy. Nina, you ain't lying about that. You ain't lying. He ain't moving like he got a professional job. And thank you for that. I appreciate that, Nina. Thank you. But yeah, Armon said it was a Zoom call show. They was on Zoom. But damn, but you also think, just like I said, like, y'all really ruin this money and y'all do a show on Zoom for an hour or an hour and a half because they got to do other stuff before they do the show? That's it? Like, come on, man. But I guess, you know, like, I get into it with other YouTubers and stuff like that, and technically we're all virtual, so I can get it, but I'm not going to mess up. If I had to work with another YouTuber and our money was based on our relationship and working together, y'all wouldn't know anything about what's going on between me and that YouTuber. Now, if I'm competing with somebody and I go off on them and cuss them out, then that's different. You know what I mean? That's different. But if my channel is based on me doing the show with somebody else, but I'm a one-man show, but it's based on me doing it with somebody else, oh, I'll be definitely professional. Trust me. I wouldn't ruin that bag. No. Yeah, you can say whatever. I'm just gonna count my change, you know, whatever. Damn, and I kind of think like, I feel like they should have, how do I put this? Because now I'm kind of going back on my words. Because I feel like they should have said something to where it would have got to, like, because how long was the HR investigation? So you're saying that this happened like in April or so, and so they were still doing an investigation from April all the way until June when the show went on hiatus? That seems like a long investigation. And like, where was the meetings to like be had, and like, you know, team building exercises to get rid of all the drama and like, they needed a lot of help. Armon did say something about during the hiatus, they were supposed to all fly out to Houston to work out everything like that. But that problem should have already been done back then. Yo, shout out to Ray Twan. Thank you for coming through the building. I appreciate that. That's the homie from Snapchat. Like, always been supporting me. He's doing his thing over on Facebook. Make sure you guys follow him over there. And on YouTube, TikTok, and everything else. But I feel like they should have had some kind of meeting, some kind of powwow or whatever to get their issues done or get their issues squared away. Like, how you gonna wait until basically the show's almost over to do anything? And can we please get those likes up? Let me do a commercial while we get those likes up.
Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? Hello? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.
I honestly feel that Fox Soul got treated like it was Section 8. And shout out to everybody on Section 8. This ain't a dig at y'all. But Fox Soul got treated like it was the ghetto. I knew after Coviana, if they did not go into a studio, I knew what it was. Why would we spend time going to a studio when y'all can just do this over Zoom? They didn't want to invest in their product. Because don't forget, they got rid of the Tammy Mack show. They got rid of Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee. They got rid of this political show that they had with Melissa Ford and a couple of other people. Like, they got rid of a lot of different shows. So with that being hold on, y'all. It seemed like they were never trying to invest in that. They were like, we're fine with y'all doing this over Zoom. We get a few views off of this, whatever. I know, I like the Timmy Mac show. We get a few views off of this. We're able to get ad revenue. We don't care. They never wanted to invest in their product. You gotta invest. McMillan and Morrow, yeah, right? No one was in the studio. So yes, they kept it like, yeah. And it was cheap to make, you know? It was very cheap. Why invest any more money? Hey, if it's working, why invest any more money? That's basically what it was. Hey, it works for us. Why invest any more money? And if we can just pay these people these numbers and they're not going to complain or put up a fight, we're going to keep it how it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the problem was, it needed to be fixed. It was broken. And I felt like if it was called Fox Country, I bet you the product would be better. Again, I'm going to repeat that because you already know where I'm going with this, right? We here? If it was called Fox Country, it definitely would have been up to par. Put a 1 if you agree with me. Put a 2 if you don't. But because it was called Fox Soul, a.k.a. Fox Black, that's why they treated it the way they did. Because remember, Keisha Cole was on there. Tammy Roman was on there. They was in a studio and everything. Like, remember, they like put some money into it in the beginning. But I feel like when Coviana happened, they were like, oh, well, man, we can just put these people on Zoom. Why, why spend more money than we got to? Exactly, 82. That is ultimately why Funky jumped ship. He can be on YouTube on his own. Right. Oh, somebody made it rain. Me, who I'm maneuvering to put my best bottom. Oh my God, if y'all don't know, Stephanie love her some Tokyo Tony. Tokyo Tony should be on the campaign, though. What's up, doll? How you doing? But listen, I just thought about this too. We know how Fox treat black folks. We know how it goes. So yeah, it's within what they do. Like, let's be honest about it. It's within what they do. We're not shocked at all. We shouldn't be shocked. It's disgusting. It's disgusting how they treat, us. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's how, that's how they do it. But everybody has to be on the same accord. Just like when I said the thing about Funky and his contract and stuff like that, their contracts originally were all up at the same time. And I'm not talking about in December when he left, but they were all up at the same time. And that's why he just did a 6 months, while Claudia and Al did a whole year. At that time, they should have talked about, like, hey, we need to come together and figure out, like, what's our next steps, what we're going to do. That would have been a smart move. But maybe they felt like, oh, well, I ain't going to share my pay or what I get, blah, blah, blah. But no, sometimes you have to come together and build an actual team. You got to come together and be all like, hey, this is how much we're making. This is how much we should make. Let's punch these numbers together and stuff like that and see, if we can make something out of this. Because when you're literally not putting, like, if they're just treating you like shit, they're not paying you right, they just basically don't care, we'll just continue y'all on Zoom. If you're not asking for anything, they're going to still give you shit. again, if you're not asking for anything, they're just gonna give you whatever they've been giving you. And because Funky was like a lone wolf, he was the only one complaining. Oh well, shit! If it's just you complaining, you can get up out of here. That's how they felt. You know, oh, okay, well, see you later. And Armon was right about something because he said Funky wanted to see the show fail, and he made sure that could happen because if you wanted to see the show so successful, why'd you start going live at the same time? Now, I will give Armon credit. He messed him up with that one because that is true. Funky did go live at the same time as them. Granted, he was mad at Claudia and stuff like that, but why didn't he like stop? And then, excuse me, Al is still your friend. So if Al is still your friend, why would you try to compete with his show? And that's dirty. Oh man, that is dirt. That's some dirty work right there. So he did have a point with that. Those two fighting, how was Funky the issue, especially when he wasn't there? True, yeah, he wasn't there for that time period. That is true. What if it is a scheme that Todd set up because Fox wasn't feeling their political opinions, Democratic support? Oh, I've never thought about it like that. That could be too as well. It probably didn't fit the brand. Miss Curiosity said something. Hold on, let me get her first. She said a good question for Claudia is if this was her baby, then what was her vision for the future of the show? No shade, just curious. That's a good question. She was going around saying this was her baby. She put this together and stuff like that. Well, did you ask them, like, is there going to be anything more than just on Zoom? Like, did you try to push for anything? But Miss Curiosity, you have to remember, she didn't do the paperwork right. She basically pitched the show, and then she didn't get no producer credit. You know? She pitched the show, and then they didn't give her producer credit because she didn't do her stuff right. And she even admitted that she didn't do her paperwork right. Because she was just a talent instead of a producer. She definitely should have got a producer credit for that show. A good host would have turned that show around, yeah. And then I kind of wonder, like, well, did y'all give, like, suggestions to try to help the show at all? Like, was there anything, like, y'all tried to do? And was, like, the ideas denied? Or, like, can y'all give a little bit more info on that? Like, did y'all think about, like, well, heck, damn, how can we really turn this around? And also, too, if Al is really the big bad wolf, and he's hard to work with and all this stuff, why was he just not fired? Like, I know he was cool with the Joyce lady, right? The head of programming. What's up, Blessing? I know he was cool with the program manager, but why, if he was the problem, why was it just not him fired? That's what I'm still asking. Like, I'm still questioning that. Like, what happened to where he wasn't fired? Because he definitely should have been fired, right? Anybody who is the problem, they should be fired. Off top. You think they were afraid of that lawsuit? Now, they always tease the lawsuit, but what would the lawsuit had actually been? That's what I'm still confused about. Like, would it have been the whole hostile work environment? Because if anything, they would be able to prove that it goes both ways. That's what I don't understand. People were filing grievances against Al. He would have sued. Al was okay. Al was cool with the head producer, Joyce, that had his back. Maybe he was getting fired, but with Dineva leaving and wanting the smoke to settle, hence them going to HR later. Okay. I mean, listen, Fox has already been sued. And remember they got sued for $1 billion? Was it $10 billion? Remember for the voting machines or whatever? Was that 10 million? I'll look it up later. But yeah, they could have afforded another lawsuit and just fired Al and kept the show going. But something tells me there's more to that story than just Al being the big bad wolf. I don't feel like they would be scared of a lawsuit from Al. Even with the Star Jones thing, say if Star Jones is all right, I'm fed up with y'all saying my name, I'm suing y'all. I don't even think that would affect them. Like, y'all know, like, industries, like, anything with, like, media, like, those news networks, they always get sued. Like TMZ, for example. TMZ is always getting sued, but they have a legal team that, you know, handles all that. So it's kind of like, okay, well, that's not a good excuse either. If somebody is bringing down the show because they said Al was purposely trying to sabotage and bring down the show, then if he's the bad guy, get rid of him. I would not keep somebody around that is literally destroying my show. Because let's be honest, people leave these kind of shows all the time or they get fired, and then, you know, somebody might sue because they're angry. But even then, when they sue, it's still got to go through the process. You still got to go through legal. So, yeah. Because here's also the thing too, and Lexi, I'm not picking on you. Who's to say that Claudia and whatchamacallit? Who's to say that Claudia and Armon can't sue? Because they could say we went to HR about this guy and you guys didn't do anything about it. Your resolution was to fire us all. So they could even have a lawsuit. In order to sue a company, you got to have a paper trail. Now, if he was laid off, he can't. He can't if he was fired for mistreatment. Then where's the documentation to prove it? Yes, exactly. I feel like there's a lot of nuance with that because technically anybody can sue. If you feel like you were wrongfully terminated, you can sue. But are you going to win your case? And, you know, do you have proof of what you're accusing them of? Because guarantee, I know Fox Soul is cheap, but he would have probably sued the Fox affiliate, all that other stuff. He would have sued the main company. Now, when you sue in a big corporation like Fox, oh yeah, that's gonna, they got big lawyers. I don't think he could keep up with that. I don't think he could. I don't really think Al has the money to fight big time lawyers of Fox. Let's be petty and look up his net worth real quick. How much is Al Reynolds worth? Okay, Al Reynolds net worth. Now, to be petty, did he get a settlement from Star Jones, you guys? Oh, they say he worth $5 million. Okay. Okay, Al, do your stuff thizzle, Al. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Oh, Star Jones net worth. Okay, let's look up Star Jones net worth. Okay, hers is $12 million. Okay. Okay, Al got him a little money. Okay, a little money. All right. Shit, more than me. I only got $5 in my account. So yeah, I ain't mad at it. But yeah, Al still wouldn't have enough money to let that lawsuit go on like that. Nah. Just like, for example, because Nene seems to be the cause of all this drama. Let's put this. What's up, Carolyn? Let's put this into play. Nene sued Bravo, remember? But she ended up dropping the lawsuit, and now they're in arbitration. All that stuff costs a lot of money. And there's going to end up being a settlement or something like that soon. But when you're suing like these big corporations, it's very hard to go at them because basically they know that they can drain you and they have an endless supply of money to do that. But when you're a lone wolf and you're suing somebody, it's hard, y'all. Trust me. Remember they said I was going to sue some people, but then I took the money to the casino and got some crab legs. Well, when I was looking into, mind you, I never had a GoFundMe, but when I was looking into suing people, it was so much money just to file. It was $10,000 just to file because it was going to be multiple people that I was looking into suing, right? It was just $10K to file. And then whatever I would have to pay monthly to fight those people. Mind you, back in 2021, I was only making like $300 a month. Who's I suing with $300 a month? Can y'all answer me that question? Because they like to keep that shit going. Who was I suing only making $300 a month in 2021? The chat quiet because I can't sue nobody when I'm only making $300 a month. That is crazy to me. Yourself, right? Oh, what's up, Sean? Thank you for being in the chat. All my people are coming. I appreciate that. And I love you, Sean. I got to call you too. I gave you my iPhone number, right? Don't call the fake number, the 510. Don't call that one. I have a real number. That's private conversation. I'll talk to you later. Oh, you thought I said screwing? No, I said suing. Oh, and you said myself. Oh, no. Suing. 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 Okay. Yeah, I was suing. For $300, who was I suing? You know? Who was I suing? Nobody. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be hard suing like a corporation like Fox. The only reason why that whole scheme with the whole with Fox getting sued by what was that company called for the polling place? That's because that was proof. And obviously all those people have been indicted, even Trump has, which he should, for all that stuff with the polling and saying that it was corrupt and all that stuff, voter fraud. Yeah. So that was proof. With the working environment, that's a little bit harder. That's a lot harder to prove. Dominion. Yes, Dominion. That's what it was. So again, I always ask, who is the problem? Whose fault is it that the show got canceled? Let's do a 30-second countdown and figure out who is to blame. Put the name in the chat. And you can say all as well, too. Who's to blame for Fox Soul going down, or TGIF going down the tube? 30 seconds.
You know what I'm saying? I was disappointed. I was disappointed. I was like, y'all hosts need y'all job. I was like, Armon, this is great next level for you. Al, you don't work in TV, and granted, you know, Claudia does her thing, she does well, but Claudia does like movies and stuff. That's gig work. You know, you get a gig here, you may not work for a few months, you get another gig. It was a nice, stable paycheck for everybody. I'm not reading, it's a nice, stable paycheck. And I'm like, y'all check up over dumb shit. Who can't use an extra $250,000?
Baby, I don't care what you
know,
make.
So I just feel like it was a dumb reason. And honestly and truthfully, I feel like the person that lost the most in the situation was Armon, because he had the most to gain from it.
I agree with the producers. I agree. I definitely agree. The producers are to blame. Fox Soul, Fox Network, Fox affiliate, they're all to blame for what really happened. Yeah, the host definitely played a part in the destruction of the show, but it didn't have a solid foundation. And honestly, they didn't want it to. Again, the show was done over Zoom. That shows you how much money they were putting into it. It's just over Zoom. That's it. They didn't want to try to invest in it, put more money in it. Like, they just did it over Zoom. Hold on. What are y'all talking about in the chat? Hold on, y'all. I just want to see real quick what they talking about in the chat. I don't know. I guess they don't like my profile picture. I don't know why they don't like my profile picture for some reason. I think my profile picture is beautiful. Or my avatar picture, I should say. It's beautiful. Anyway, Armon said he didn't make yeah. We discussed that. Dang. Even 70K, like I still say, even 70K for 6 months, I don't think that was bad. I don't think that was bad at all. What's up, Cammy? I just seen you in here. I don't know if you just popped in. Yeah, production. Yeah. Fox Soul didn't want to invest any money in that show. They didn't really care. They treated them like they treat most of us. They treated them how they treated us, and that's what it was. They didn't care. It was like, why are we going to invest any money in this? These Negroes will do it practically for free. That's what they said, y'all. Don't be mad at me. That's what Fox said. They said, oh, these Negroes will do it practically for free. Why pay them more money? That's what they said. You know? I'm just saying. I blame AT2 and the girls for I had got Quentin back earlier because I had made y'all know I had made a comment. I was like, yeah, he meant like girl as in like, you know, because he a part of the community. That's why he said girl. And then Quentin had said, yeah, we know girl. Oh, is Benita in here? Hashtag Black Love too. Oh man. They could have faked the funk if Armon hadn't set it off. But you know, Armon said that they wanted him to, you know, set it off. They wanted him to go off. He said as long as he didn't say Star Jones' name, he could say whatever. Now, should he have did that? No, that was definitely dumb. That roast it wasn't a roast. It was definitely a read. He literally dragged Al into oblivion because that roast was ugly. It was ugly. Like, whoo, entertaining. But it was ugly. He definitely shouldn't have did that. Thank you, Vision. He definitely shouldn't have did that. No. Because where at a job do you roast somebody that you hate? Come on now. And I know they say, oh, we roast everybody on their birthday and stuff like that. But if I had somebody that didn't like me, like say, for example, I had somebody who looked like Hills Have Eyes roasting me, right? If I had somebody that looked like that, like looked like a monster, a deformed Hills Have Eyes monster, I'll be all like, oh, no, like, heck no. You can't roast me. I don't like you. We ain't friends. But if it's somebody like I'm cool with, like how y'all terrorize me in the chat, because y'all definitely do go off on me, I'll be cool, you know? I'll be cool with that. But everybody call Auntie Tia, yeah, Tia Kim. Oh, man, no, I would not want Tia Kim to cuss me out. Oh, no. I would cry. I think that's the one person, if they roast me, I would cry. Everybody else, I can kind of take it. But Tia or Kaya, I would cry. I'll be like, I ain't even gonna lie. I'll be crying like a bitch on camera. Yo! You know, AT2 start your own. I would, you know what? Oh, damn, I can't do it on Friday because I'm going out of town. Let me see. I'm gonna get with a few people and see if they would like to do kind of like a TGIF thing. We'll probably do it either on Monday or I'll save it for like midweek, like a Wednesday or something like that. I'll see if I can get together with a few people, but it's not gonna be called TGIF though. Yeah, I would love to do something like that. You know, I'm open to collaborating with content creators. It's just going to be some of these content creators don't like AT2. But like Katorbe, I love Katorbe. She's cool. There's a lot of cool people out there, you know. It's just I said there's a lot of cool people. I'm lying. No. There's only a handful of people that I actually like, y'all. Like the rest of them, they be talking about me like a dog. And I talk about them too, but you know, I ain't gonna lie. I talk about them too, but you know, there's a few people that don't really care for AT2. And that's cool. I'm completely fine with it. My friend Sean is here, who I've known for years. I know real people. Do not, I'm kidding. You in love. And stop that love shit, y'all. Please stop that. Please. I was not nervous, or I wasn't like, I see somebody say I was like flustered and nervous, and I had first of all, I'm a man, so I can't have hot flashes. Like, I've seen y'all talking crazy on different panels. Stop that shit. Stop it. I was angry and I was trying to hold my emotions in because, you know, there's a lot that had happened. That's really what it is. But I don't need to explain all that to y'all. Thank you. You would never. Yeah, I know you wouldn't. I love you. Oh, the wine is the new tea. Yeah, I've seen it teased that the wine is the new tea is coming back. Now I know we had a lot to say about wine is the new tea. I said that it could work, but Tasha K needs to promote it. Literally, you can't just be all like, all right, well, we're gonna try this new show out and just stick random people on there. Now, I knew some of those people that were on the show, like Katorbe is a friend to the show, we know her, but I didn't know everybody else. They were just like random people, you know, and we didn't get no introduction, like, hey, this is the person that's gonna be here on this week, blah, blah, blah. Dang, Cammy, you gotta say that? But it was just kind of like just thrown out there. Like, no one really got the concept or knew. Like, it needed to be something that was like properly introduced. So if it comes back, it needs to at least have a fighting chance. That's what I'm saying. And I hope it does come back. You know? I hope it does come back. It just needs a fighting chance. It needs to be properly promoted. Because let's be honest, wasn't everybody in the chat saying, where Tasha K at? Where Tasha K? They said that the whole chat. Katorbe used to cry to me at night and be all like, AT2, they keep LNSing for Tasha, they hate me, blah, blah, blah. She didn't actually cry to me, but you know, like, Katorbe, look at her. She literally seen y'all in the chat saying, where Tasha K? We don't like the show. We want Tasha. We want Tasha the whole time. How do you think she felt when y'all was terrorizing her the whole time, saying like, we don't want y'all. We want Tasha K? See, she said yes, in shambles, like literally. Y'all terrorized those hosts the whole time, saying like, we don't want y'all. We want Tasha K. And some of y'all probably in here right now who was doing the terrorizing. Y'all was like, we don't want y'all, we want Tasha K. No, get them up out of here. There was like, boo. They be putting tomatoes in the chat. Like, they really hated y'all. So it needs a fighting chance in order to come back. They do it to Bondi Blue. Yeah. I watched Tasha, not her last show, but the show before, and she was all like, Bondi Blue is coming back, you guys. So y'all better be nice to her. I don't want to see where's Tasha in the chat, blah, blah, blah. Tasha's taking like a 2 weeks off. So yeah, it needs to have a fighting chance, you know? At least she gave a proper introduction, like Bondi's going to be here. Just remember. But she need like a commercial that says Bondi is gonna be here. So ain't nobody asking that stupid shit. If they ask where's Tasha, they need to be blocked. Out of respect. Yeah. Is Bondi still on YouTube? I like Bondi. AT2, you really thought Angie, I don't want to make it about that person right now. But then I think that person was a great fit. They need people to carry them. So yeah, they were a great fit because when you don't have it all, at least the other two people can make up for your lack. Mm-hmm. Dang, y'all didn't like wine as a new tea? Y'all eating them, but see, Katorbe gonna start crying. Listen to a 30-second countdown. Did you like wine as the new tea? Yes or no? 30 seconds. Tell me why there was only one yes. Y'all petty as hell. See, that's why they ain't even gonna ask me to be a part of the show because they gonna look at this and be like, oh, he a hater. We ain't gonna let him be on the show. See? Okay, somebody said they liked it. Okay, we got a couple of people. Yeah, everybody else said no. But would y'all be here for me doing kind of, and it'll just be once a week. I had a show called Do You Even Care? I did it with two other content creators, and we'll just talk about the random topics going on. Everybody loved it. I think I'll probably try to bring that back. Yeah, it was called Do You Even Care? And basically we would talk about celebrity topics and we would talk about celebrity topics and then give our opinion. It was a panel show basically. And we all showed our faces. Because there's a lot of avatar panels on here. We all showed our faces and everything like that, and we put on a good show. I loved it. And then some drama happened, and then I got rid of the concept. So yeah, I'll bring that back. Yeah, I feel inspired now to bring that back. As far as Fox Soul, now that TGIF is gone, does anybody watch it? And I'll be honest, I never really watched it before, unless there was some drama. Do you guys still watch Fox Soul? Put a 1 in the chat, yes. Put a 2 in the chat, no. Or you can just say yes or no. Oh my God, that kill. Oh, I hate that. I shouldn't say the K word, but it grinds my gears when people, oh my God. I hate that when they talk over each other. I'll be all like, no, this is supposed to be like a conversation. You don't yell and talk over each other in a conversation. That annoys me. You're right about that. I hate that. Okay, everybody said no. Okay. Everybody said no. Damn. I didn't know Fox Soul still came on. Yeah, let's see if anybody's watching it right now because we petty. Let's see if anybody's watching it. What's up, Cubs? Shout out to our favorite cousin, Cubs. What's up, Tracy? Trissy? Let me see. Yo, and can all the people that I like stop fighting each other? Ain't that awkward when all the people you like are fighting or feuding with each other? You be like, damn, I can't go anywhere. I gotta be in the bushes. You know what? They probably should have kept the queens. At least they pretended to like each other. I think they liked each other, but at least they, they're professional. They're actually professionals. They would have kept it professional. I do agree with that. But again, Fox Soul doesn't care about the blacks, so they got rid of it because they're not going to pay them any more money. What was I looking at, y'all? Fox Soul? Oh, see, I don't even see it live right now. Yeah, I don't even see Fox Soul. Oh, yeah, I do.
Last 40 years.
Y'all,
Never go present
5 people in the chat.
If you're
5
not
people.
Gonna respect you, you're not going to be safe.
Oh, Fox Soul going away within a year. Yeah, within a year, it's going away.
Ignore them like they don't exist.
Ain't nobody watching it.
The fact that he came.
Hold on, let me pause this. Do they even get video views? No. Urban Beauty got 333 views. Breast cancer awareness 148. Maternal health awareness 201. And I mean 201 views. Damn, anything with 1,000? At least? The last time they were hitting like 1,000 views and stuff like that was when they had TGIF. Oh yeah, that shit going away, y'all. Nobody watching it. Nobody cares about it. Yeah. Throw that away. Throw the whole Fox Soul away. It's no point. It's no point. Nobody's watching it. They need to throw in the towel. All right, y'all. We've been on. Damn, I gave y'all an hour and 60 minutes. You know I do an hour or less. I gave y'all a good show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We only got 172, and we've been having 300 people for the last 30 minutes in here. So please, before y'all exit, make sure y'all subscribe. Follow me on Facebook for those of y'all watching on Facebook. Also, subscribe on YouTube. Hit that like button on all platforms. I appreciate every single one of y'all being here and just rocking with me. I've been having a lot of fun these last couple of days on YouTube. Beforehand, it was a little hard for me, but these last couple of days, they've been enjoyable. And so I just want to say I thank y'all. I love y'all, but we out of here. Deuces, everybody. Have a good night.
Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.